Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva. This time I wrote stuff down. You guys liked the Stop Talking So Much video so much that I decided to make another one. You guys liked it so much. Anyway, Otherworldlies, this one is called More Reasons to Quit Yapping. And this is for everybody, okay? Because so many people need to just keep your mouth shut for your own good, for your own self-preservation. So I wrote stuff down this time because I want to make sure I include all the ideas that I didn't think of in the last one. So here we go. Okay. Everyone seemed to like my last video, so I thought I'd make a follow-up and include more reasons with more information. Hopefully you find it entertaining. If you want to be successful in life, you need to be around people with goals. People with goals aren't yapping all the time. People with intrusive thoughts are yapping all the time. People who ruminate are yapping all the time. People who ruminate are yapping all the time and talking all the time about the same stuff over and over. Obsessively about things that are stunting their growth as people. A lot of these people who are yapping are actively trying to sabotage you. When I got out of the hospital with congestive heart failure, yes I did, I kicked benzodiazepines on my own. And then I decided to tackle my morbid obesity next. One of the only ways for me to lose weight effectively is to fast. You get to a certain age and you know what works effectively well for you and what suits your needs the best. I found there's a lot of other benefits to fasting, like more mental focus, for example. I believe it's good for people with anxiety too. So, what tends to happen when you stop something cold turkey? Your brain nags at you and wants that thing, right? I made up my mind then and there that I was not going to give in no matter what. So then my neighbor comes over. This is not a neighbor I have now. This is a neighbor from my old building. I'm just going to do a spoiler alert because this story is going to be irritating. Her end game was to get me to fold like a house of cards and go across the street to get a slice of pizza. If she would have come back at night, I would have, but the goal was not to eat until evening. So this lady has a lot of food noise. She talks about food constantly. She also talks about a lot of other things. I specifically told her not to talk about food and why. She asked me to get pizza. I talked about going at night. So it wasn't a no. I just talked about going at night. I talked about going at night, so we talked about something else, and she brought the topic of food again. I told you this was annoying. I told her it's imperative that I lose this weight so that I don't get congestive heart failure again. And so I can walk. I need you to stop talking about food. I could walk, but just barely. I was in a lot of pain and I had just come out of being paralyzed. It was that serious. So we maybe talked about something else for 2 minutes, and then she talked about food again. I told her we needed to change the subject. So then she got really frustrated. I started talking about something else and she started talking about food again. So then I told her my survival is important. Weight loss is conducive to my survival. I'm going to have to ask you to leave because you won't stop talking about food. Then she gave me a dirty look. I escorted her out of my house the best I could. She's somebody with a yapping problem. I ended up losing 70 pounds and walking up to 4 miles a day. I've been sober 7 years. I don't talk to her. So what tends to happen when you stop something cold turkey? Oh, I already read that part. So, I am very proud of my sobriety. I am very proud of my weight loss. I did that to save my life. That person yapping, she was trying to undermine me. I have not been hospitalized since for congestive heart failure. That's someone with a yapping problem. Here's another example of a yapping problem. People don't want to take you anywhere because they're afraid you're going to embarrass them. I've had to stop dating people and associating with certain friends because they wouldn't stop talking about me and telling all my business. You want the person you're with to be proud of you, but not yapping about you all the time. It's to the point where they are gossiping about you. You know when people are talking about you and they start exaggerating to make it more interesting, and then it gets back to you? You talk to people and they say, that person you're dating talks about you a lot. The stories don't sound believable. Think about the wife who humiliates her husband at get-togethers by telling embarrassing stories about him. He doesn't want to take her to the company picnic or the office Christmas party. He fibs and says it's execs only this year. He dreads every neighborhood get-together and says, that's my wife, she loves to exaggerate. When men do this to women, women leave the relationship. Men usually just cheat, but women leave. If the woman doing this to the men are causing him financial damage, he'll file for divorce. But it's wounded pride generally, and he'll go to another woman. A woman won't tolerate the humiliation, and she will leave. When I've caught people yapping about me, I've left the relationship. I don't need a partner embarrassing me like that. The way I was raised was keep home life private. Intimate details intimate. Take your problems to a therapist. Have some class. Heavy on the have some class. Heavy on the don't humiliate people. This yapping openly about everything came into style in the 1970s to eliminate shame. I'm not saying you should feel ashamed of yourself, but you should be keeping most things to yourself that you're telling people. What happened to people having to earn your trust? Yapping is a sign of nervousness. You know what they say, less is more. And once you say it, you can't take it back. It's better to be comfortable with silence. It shows you're self-contained. Some of the best times I've had were being in rooms, quietly smiling at everyone. Low self-esteem. People who like to criticize others, put others down, bully others, is coming from a dark place. I like to say everyone who ever tried to bully me, I would not switch places with, and that sheds light on it. People with poor social skills. They love to cite people with ADHD and autism. But a lot of those people have good personalities too. There are all kinds of reasons you can have poor social skills. You can have anxiety, which will make you yap a lot. You can have anxiety without autism, although autistic people really have and suffer anxiety. Being excessively bullied growing up can give you poor social skills. It may be because your family doesn't have a lot of money or you're not the best looking person. Speaking of being unattractive, this is going to sound mean, but I'm just being honest with everybody. You can't talk somebody into liking you. You can have a good personality, but you can't argue somebody else into not being so shallow or judgmental or for rejecting you or whatever. They're already decided they don't like you, and trying to talk them out of it is just going to make it worse. Yapping problem. There have been plenty of times where I didn't like somebody for whatever reason. They've had some vibe I wasn't vibing with, and they've decided they wanted to get pushy about it and yappy about it. So, you know what that did, right? That confirmed my suspiciousness something was off about them, and they were, in fact, annoying, that my gut instinct was right. Don't yap. Don't try to tell someone why they shouldn't be ignoring you, why they shouldn't be so shallow, why they shouldn't judge a book by its cover, why those people are doing that. Everybody has the right, as human beings, not to like somebody. You can't yap and shame somebody into liking you. That's not how it works. If you think they're prejudiced against you for some reason, why do you want them? That does not sound like you love yourself. That's a form of guilt tripping using virtue signaling. Here's one everyone knows. You gossip about everyone and everything. Logic dictates you're going to talk about them too. Nobody likes that person except to find out what's going on. When you talk badly about other people, it's to make yourself feel better. I think everyone knows this, but I thought I'd remind everyone. It's a small-minded activity. I think I'm going to wrap it up here, and thank everyone for watching this long. If you liked it, please leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. Bye-bye.